Okay, so for the first time ever, I'm going to try to attempt to clean brass. Yes, this leg is way... I have never cleaned tarnished silver plate before. So I'm popping on sharing one of my most requested videos is how I clean all the paintbrushes I use. So first of all, when I'm painting an item and I'm in the process of painting the item, I always put it like in a Ziploc bag during the time when I'm using it. And then when I'm done, I have a Dollar Tree bucket, gallon bucket, that I just throw it in. That way it stays wet. It starts to work off some of the paint to begin with. And you know, we always have Tater out out and about. Like, who are you talking to? So I'm going to share with you my favorite tool that I believe somebody sent me in an order when I ordered a product, which is this. It is a heart. Would you think? It is a heart. Now, I have misplaced this before, and I was very sad, but this is a life game changer when it comes to any size of paintbrush, y'all. I'm not kidding you. As simple as this. It's Amazon find. I hope I will be able to link it. And then the other two things that I use to clean my brushes, Dawn dish soap, and then to condition them, the Fusions brush cleaner. Now, the Fusions brush cleaner you can use on your own, but I really like to get that paint completely out of there. You know, paintbrushes are expensive. They are an investment. It's like when I was a hairdresser, do not touch my scissors and use them for anything but cutting hair. If you are a paper crafter, the same thing, only cut with paper. Or use them to cut paper. Or if you are a fabric, you're a quilter or a seamstress, you all know that that's what you... So they are an investment. So I try to take care of them. So I'm going to share with you, as soon as I move Tater, who thinks I am talking to him, out of the way. So this is gross, y'all. This is just gross. So these have been soaking. Usually I would have cleaned them out at night, but since I was making this video for you all, I'm doing it the next morning. But that prevents the paint from drying onto them, which is a little bit harder to get off. Like the clay base and the chalk paint isn't so bad, but... And then there's my cleaning rag that I always try to rinse out. So let's start off with a smaller brush. So this is what's nice about it, is you just rub it on here. I put a little Dawn dish soap onto my little scrubbing heart. And then I keep scrubbing until I don't see any paint, but that gets right in there and you think, oh my gosh, it's ruining my brush. No, it is not. Definitely is not ruining your brush. So like I said, I just keep going on. Like I can still see some of the paint. This probably was the red brush. And I usually will use warm water. And then I'll go back in. And mine has changed over time. I've had my same bottle for a long time. So then I'll go back in and I feel like this will finish cleaning it, and it also softens and conditions. And keeps those nice and pliable, not hard. There's still that soft brush that we've been used to. So now I feel like I should show you. Let me see, what did I paint? I don't know if, oh, here's one that I painted with a bigger brush. So same thing. It's nice because it gets that dried off paint off the side. So you can use the tool this way. And remember, y'all, we live in Michigan. We're surrounded by lakes, so we are blessed to have, we don't have to worry so much about our faucets running. So yeah, put a little Dawn dish soap on there. Scrub-a-dub-dub. A little dab of the, as I call, conditioner, but it is a brush cleaner, y'all. Maybe that comes from me being a hairdresser, that you wash and condition. And this huge sink is a blessing. We have a beautiful sink in our shop, in our garage bathroom, but it's not heated. So these smaller brushes are so easy, these little flared out ones. I don't even think I need anything to clean them. I might have just done Mod Podge with those, which is, since I put it in the water, very cleanable. It's easy to get the smaller ones out of the way. Oh yeah, I go through a lot of brushes. Now I could tell this one probably had some wax on it. So that's where that Dawn dish soap really comes in handy of getting that wax off of there. I wish they had a different tube. I personally do not like the tube that the brush soap comes in from Fusions, but take what you can get. Here's another little waxing brush. Oh yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really help to rinse waxing brushes off. You just got to get them right into that soap. And I've had this, I kid you not, I've had this for years now. And I don't think there's too many brushes I've ever thrown away, actually. I've always been able to get them clean. Unless you bought a cheaper one and then all the bristles are constantly coming off. I don't think that matters if I add the two together. But yeah, it just holds in your hand so nice. And no, I wash my waxing brushes out every time, because that wax, even if it's in a bag, will harden. So that doesn't do you any good to think, oh, I'm going to put it in a Ziploc, and then when I'm ready to wax again, that doesn't work. Did y'all want to see me cleaning brushes today? Just part of the job, right? Sometimes I can't remember what I use the brush for. So I'm like, These were probably patinaed. I don't really use these big brushes too much for anything else because I think they just waste paint. Personal preference. They hold a lot of paint, but also you end up rinsing a lot of the paint down the sink. And these were just Amazon. So I'm not going to worry about conditioning them too much, since they're really just my patina brushes that I'm using the ends on. Because usually I would do this at night, so my brushes would be dry in the morning. We're winding down here. Oop, I even have a little stencil brush. Whoever made this tool, it is just wonderful. I think this is a Jamie Ray vintage. I've had this stencil brush for a long time. Oh, to black. Yeah, we knew we needed to run that underneath the sink a little bit. I don't laugh. I do actually clean off the ones that I stir the milk paint with, because why not? I mean, they're plastic knives that I probably came in an auction haul, so I do clean those off too and just keep reusing them. They're always in my bucket anyway. Good. For the video, I would have done like a lot of cleaning first and then conditioning, but for the video, I was just showing you step by step. So last two brushes, let's just get them done. He fell through. I just lay them out on my dry rack and let them dry. So Dawn dish soap, Fusion's brush cleaner, and the cutest little handy dandy heart tool scrubber. I guess it's a scrubber. You ever did see. I hope that was helpful. That's the process, not a glamorous process, behind the scene process of how I get all those brushes that I use in those videos cleaned and ready to use again. So for the first time ever, I'm going to try to attempt to clean brass. Yes, this leg is way worse for wear. So I'm hoping that the barkeeper's friend will work on it, even though I love aged brass. This is, I think, is a little too far gone, doesn't look very good. So I kid you not, I thrifted this bottle from the community thrift, brand new bottle. Y'all, do you do that? If it's items that you use all the time, like cleaning supplies, heck yeah, if it's gonna be cheaper than the store shelves, I'm gonna pick it up. And I like the liquid form. It comes in a powder and a spray, but my favorite is this liquid form of it. Okay, gloves on, because this is not necessarily friendly to your hands. Got the little plastic thing off. Shake well. That's what it says, shake well. Okay. Oh, it's ready. I don't know how old this bottle is, but you know, once you shake it, it should be good. So basically what I'm gonna do is just try to get the whole thing covered in Barkeeper's Friend and see what it does. Can't be any worse than what it already was, right? I've sold one of these ducks before for about $75, so. So if you can see it underneath, it is coming alive. So it is, it is working. So elbow grease, barkeeper's friend. Yeah, I know you all thinking the same thing. It's gonna be, this part's what's gonna be hard. I almost wonder if it was in a moist basement, moldy basement, or if it was outside. It had that drippage going on. But I'll keep cleaning and show you what it looks like afterwards. How much can you watch me scrub, right? I don't know what it was on the legs, but it must have been water buildup. So after some good old elbow grease and some barkeeper's friend, we have a clean duck. I do think it changes the color a little bit. It's like more brown than the bright gold after you have to clean it. My personal opinion, but I'm sure it changes back to the goldish color after a while, but better than it was. See, much better. He's a clean little duck now. What amazes me is the feet. I was not sure if I was going to get that crystallization off of the feet or not. Now I'm going to attempt to clean off this tarnished silver plate. These two pieces luckily come apart. So it's supposed to be just as easy as using distilled vinegar, baking soda, and lukewarm water, and then soaking them. So have you all ever tried to remove tarnish? This is the first time I've ever done it. So that's what the interweb said. We'll see. So lukewarm water, they said, so not hot. Tablespoon baking soda. Some distilled vinegar. Woo, baby. Now I've seen people use aluminum foil. So I wasn't sure if this was all gonna fit there. I don't have multiple tubs. I guess I could do it in my whole sink and see what it did, but we're gonna try it just in this. And then I can see that it's bubbling on the silver, so we'll see what it does. So the piece is totally immersed. No, there's not any scrubbing or anything to do. You just walk away and we'll see what happens. So I decided since it was going to take so long, I'm just going to try to fill my sink up. Baking soda, vinegar, and with the lukewarm water, and do both of them. Because why not? So I really felt like it should have been doing something more. So I ran to the Dollar General right down the road and got some aluminum foil. And then the interweb also said to add ionized salt. And look at how fast it cleans that tarnish right off. I'm like, okay. So I'm just going to fill it up so it's covering the bottoms of those, but it's taking a lot of that tarnish off. So I do think the combination of, I don't know if the aluminum foil helped or not, but the vinegar and baking soda really wasn't doing anything. So ran to the Dollar General, got some aluminum foil because we were out of it, and then added the ionized salt. And I definitely think that like instantly brightened the silver plate right up, but not completely. So there still is like spots on it. So I do have some silver cleaner that I've had for eons. So I'm going to test it out and see if it takes it to the next level and gets rid of that. So it's just silver polish. Probably should put some gloves on. So it definitely took the harshness of like that combination worked, I think, fine. It didn't take it all the way off that you're like, oh, okay, it's done, and just dry it off. So I'm just gonna, like I said, I've had this bottle for a long time. Okay, just gonna wipe it on. I didn't rinse it from the water or anything. I'm just putting it right on top of it. And automatically that tarnish is coming right off. You know, I'm one of those detailed people, so I don't care if the tarnish stays in the little grooves and stuff, but yeah, it wipes it right off. Isn't that amazing? These are totally 2 new candlesticks now. Candelabras. Make sure that I got all the areas. Unlike the duck, I didn't have as much scrubbing to do. I just had to wait for time. And I'll just take a cloth. And you all probably have a better technique of cleaning. Go ahead and drop me a comment. Let me know. I think I had this bottle because I used to clean my silver jewelry. So there we go. Okay, I'll finish the next piece. Yeah, that one's really tarnished. Ooh, okay, that was too much. You know, when it gets down to that, squirt bottles are so much better. There we go. That was too much. This will be fun to watch because that was really bad. Woohoo! And it takes it right off. So I love to share little hacks like that. And I don't mind a challenge. Like I kind of knew that I could clean that duck with Barkeeper's Friend. And I know that's why I got them really cheap at the auction, because nobody wanted to accept the challenge. So with the candelabras, nobody was going to buy that box of tarnished ladles. And then we just happened to notice a couple of those candelabras in there. And I'm like, well, nobody's going to buy them tarnished. You know, I know a lot of channels paint that, and I really didn't want to paint that. And I had never really cleaned, other than silver jewelry, cleaned an item like that. So off to the interweb I went looking. Yeah, you know, like I said, the trial and error. And I was amazed when she added that aluminum foil and the salt together, how it like, whew, took that tarnish right off, but not all of it. So the polish worked wonderful. I mean, we took these candelabras to something that, from something nobody would have even bought, to a beautiful set now. Well worth spending the time researching, and now I know. Now I know, keep distilled vinegar on hand, baking soda, salt, and aluminum foil, put it in. It took, I mean, I think if they hadn't been out in the weather, maybe, I don't know what causes tarnish, but I am amazed how good they look. Oh my gosh, they are gorgeous now. So I think they will be hot sellers as soon as I get them into my booth. They are absolutely gorgeous. Well worth figuring out how to clean something off. That's just my reflection, y'all. They're so clean, they're reflective. Oh, they are just beautiful now. So for some of you watching, you probably already have your ways of cleaning brushes and brass and silver plate, but some of us steer clear. Some people steer clear of items like the brass that's that brass that's very patina, or the tarnished silver plate, because, you know, it's too hard to clean, or you just don't want to deal with it. So I hope that I helped somebody out there. You know, that's always the whole reason of making these videos, is if I help one person it warms my heart. So even though I share as I'm learning, because yet again, the way that I do the brushes is the way that I do the brushes all the time, but cleaning brass and silver plate isn't that not normally something I've ever had to do, but I am up to the challenge to figure out how to save something from the landfill. That much I know. So again, thank you for watching today's video, and always, if you're part of our YouTube family, thank you so much. And if you're new and you're checking out this channel for the first time and you liked what you saw, like little tidbits of thrifting and cleaning and home decor and going shopping with me when I'm looking for antique and vintage and things to repurpose and make over here in the channel, please hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know we uploaded a new video. And we will see you next time, guys, and you can see what we're up to. Bye.